Yes, YouTube. We are doing a site visit. So I thought, let me just crack out a quick YouTube video and answer a couple questions, kind of, and basically almost treat this like a mini walkthrough at the same time because I know you lot like this type of stuff, right? This is the first house that I bought. So the idea with this site visit was to basically just bring everyone here and explain to them the process of how this deal came about, which I already explained to you guys online, and then also what's it? Yeah, just explain how it came about. Talk about the mistakes that I made, the journey, etc., how I fixed them, and then we're gonna deep dive into a couple of the things that people want to know more about, whether it's bridging loans, whether it's investors, whether it's what I've gone on to do since then, whether it's what I'm about to do now with the properties that I'm looking to buy, whatever they want to go through. This is their time to be able to do that. But with this, let me stick this here. Yeah, make sure it's secure. With this house, this one kickstarted everything that you guys would see today. And it's funny because it nearly ended up being a complete and utter disaster. Like, I really remember at the start, not even at the start, but when I was going through like the purchasing process, and after that, the development process as well, and the sale fell through. I was thinking, fucking hell, like, what type of mistake did I make buying this property? But everything happens for a reason, not to sound cliche. And this was just one of those. And now, I think this property makes about, you lot love pocket watching. So this property, I think anywhere from like 3,000, around there. Yeah, 3,000. It's done 4,000 before sometimes, but it's not like a constant. So I don't want to say like, oh yeah, it makes this much, blah, 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 because it doesn't all the time. We just had guests that checked out, which is why you see all of this rubbish. But yeah, cleaners are gonna come through and clean it. We've got it set up on a nightly break. I have to be kind of quiet a bit because they're doing their session in there. But yeah, this is the layout still. So what we've done, or what I've done rather, I always speak in we terms because I'm used to working with people, obviously leading a company, etc. But what I did was turn this into a bedroom. It used to almost be like a study. The reason why we did that is so that we can make more money, basically. The more heads you can get on beds, the more you can earn. Alright? So bedroom. You've got living room over there where they're doing their session in there. Right? You've then got this kitchen. It's quite big in size, to be honest. I think even this whole house is around 105 square meters, which is quite significant, substantial. We kept it quite modern and neutral all throughout. And then this area here. So when I bought the house, the first intention, the first plan was to turn this into a bedroom, right, with the HMO layout. So those of you that do HMOs, you would know that optimally it works best with the kitchen in like the middle, room at the back here. Yeah, so this would have been an ensuite room, probably about 8-9 square meter, like a single, I think. Yeah, ensuite there, that's about 2.5 square meter. Then they would have had private access to this, like a courtyard, rear courtyard. So that would have been sick. And then that kitchen, then I would have had 2 extra rooms. So 3 on the ground floor and then 3 upstairs deeper. That would have been 6. 6 en suites, right? Actually, no. one of them wouldn't have been able to get an ensuite, depending. But this house had so much potential to be a HMO, but it just happens to be the area's Article 4. So, but it worked anyway. It worked out as it is with service accommodation, so I can't complain. Now, this is bedroom number 2. You can just tell it was designed by a woman. When I tried to do the furnishings myself, yeah, the design that I chose was absolutely woeful. This is the courtyard I was talking about here. But yeah, so she came in, she added a flipping golden touch to it, which is amazing. There's still a bit of remedial work that needs to be done. You see that this wall crumbling? See that? It needs to be re-skimmed. Not the end of the world, but yeah, that's what happens when you deal with bad builders. Room number 3. Look at the size on this. And this is why I say it would have been perfect for a HMO. This room is huge. Look, we've got a couple beds in here as well. Yeah. So this is it. I think all in all, we can sleep about 8 people, maybe around there. 8 to 9. We've got a sofa bed in the living room downstairs, and then just neutral paintings throughout here. So this room that we're about to see is the smallest one. Obviously main bathroom, and then the smallest bedroom here. So all in all, it's a massive house, you know. Like, it's deceptively big because it's a terraced, end of terrace house, right? And it doesn't look that big from the outside, but it has a lot of width to it. Pause. And it works perfectly for this model because the more people you can sleep, right, the more you can basically charge per night, especially when it comes to like contractors, etc. Imagine if you and a group of people, let's say you and 5 of your friends, wanted to stay in a place. Because you're spreading the costs across more people, you're able to pay more, right? Right? 5 people paying £200 is more affordable than 3 people paying £200. You get it? So that's why I say anyone that people ask me about like Airbnb service accommodation, blah, 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 all the time. And I tell them like, yeah, 1-2 beds is cool. It might work. But if you really want to kill it, these size of house, does that make sense? This size, yeah, this size and this style of house really allows you to maximize the potential of the strategy. So yeah, that's it. So this was the first house that I bought. It was the thing that kicked everything off in terms of what I'm doing, and it was a stepping stone. It was a stepping stone. I'm a big believer of doing whatever you can, like doing whatever it takes to get the first of anything across the line. Because once you've got that first, it makes everything that much easier. You know, these days, the mortgages that I'm getting access to, I would never have been able to if I never bought this one. So sometimes you don't just make decisions purely based on the immediate performance or the immediate potential. Right? It sounds kind of paradoxical because potential implies something longer term, but immediate is obviously short term. But the point that I'm trying to make is On paper, this project wasn't great at all because the profit in it was probably like 19, 20 grand as a flip or something. Right? Speaks to my inexperience at the time. I wasn't able to run my numbers properly and stuff like that. But at the same time, there's beauty in that level of imperfection, because it just encourages you to take more action faster. You don't want to, perfect the details and make sure that the project is ironclad. Not to say be stupid and take on something that doesn't make money. Right? You never want to lose money, but property is the most forgiving asset class, whereby you can fuck up and still be somewhat valued. There'll still be a level of an intrinsic value. If you fuck up with stocks or crypto, for example, everything can erode overnight. Right? With this bricks and mortar, granted it is slower performing, right? And there's a lot of monotony, I think is the word, involved, and expensive byproducts. But if you do it right, if you just have a decent understanding of how to price things up, how to like evaluate and analyze deals, then you always be fine. You always be fine. So, and obviously having the long term mentality as well, because the money that I had to leave in this property, basically the equity that was tied up, it was substantial, and I wasn't really able to release anything for a while. But because I'm playing a long game, it was fine. If I went in with a short-termist mindset, which is what a lot of people do these days, which is why they fall for like get-rich-quick schemes and stuff like that, then I would have never taken the action to pick it up. And you see like how the butterfly effect works. When you do one thing, kicks off like a chain reaction of other things to occur. If this thing never happened, then these other houses that I bought would have probably never happened how they did. And the things that I'm documenting and stuff like that. So always do what you can to just get the ball rolling with anything, right? Like with anything. The experience and the credibility that you gain by just doing something is so much more valuable than the immediate money that we try to make in the short run. Yeah, man. Rant done. But yeah, this I've talked about numbers, haven't I? Yeah, I touched on the numbers already. If I've missed anything out, guys, just comment below. I'm engaging with everything on YouTube because I want to make this a proper thing, like just keeping it raw and natural. You can tell, like I'm not gonna edit and like try to make this polished. I'm just giving you a lot of raw value, as much as I can share from my experience, what I've learned, what I've observed over the past couple of years. I will. So do let me know. But the next half of this video is gonna be me speaking with the people downstairs and answering their questions. So I'm going to show that to you guys because it will be quite cool for you to see what questions that they ask. I'm sure a lot of the questions are going to be quite valuable. So yeah, I'll just include it in this video. But walkthrough done. First ever house that I bought for 170, worth 250 now. It's generating me a good amount of money each month. So yeah, man. Buy property and wait. Don't wait to buy property. Buy property and wait. See you on the other side. So that, they give you a free trial for the first time you ever do it. And then that just puts everything into perspective. So the main things that you really want to look out for is if you have any missed payments or anything that pops up that you're like, wait, like, where's this from? That might bring your credit down. But if you've never done anything to build your credit, just get on the electoral register at an address, get out a line of credit that's like cheap, maybe like a SIM only mobile contract or something like that. Or if you want to take out a credit card, you can, but just make sure that you're on top of it and you're responsible as well. So if you do that, any money you spend on the credit card, just pay it off in full straight away. Other than that, credit, the exit, And then yeah, that's all you really need to do. Other than that, it's just finding out how to run your numbers, etc., and that stuff. That will come as you gain experience. But the prerequisites are just making sure that the exit is clear. So Serco, ringing them up, speaking to them, checking if they're taking on properties in the areas they're looking at, and then your credit check my file will save you. It will save you still.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, my guy.
So how's the site visit today? How do you think it went?
How do you think it went?
Another day giving value, enjoyed it. But my man's right, what's his name, Will? Next time, 2 bags for 3 days. Yeah, nah. I love the value we give. Like, I love inspiring people and whatnot. It's fun. But I've got bills to pay.
Yeah, it was smooth, man. It was wholesome. Obviously, this is officially the last one. This is done for now.
I feel like we'll be back, but it'll just be different.
Yeah, we'll probably evolve into something more niche, more high ticket, more like intimate. Probably like some type of mastermind or something. But yeah, site visits, as you know, this was the last one. I didn't really get to grab the content that I wanted to. Because basically, this is gonna be a YouTube video. I'm posting it tomorrow. But I didn't show me walking them through.
You should have briefed me still. I would have panicked.
No, but it's like I only thought about it like now. So it's just one of those. So you lot, any questions you have, just drop them down below. Anything that I missed out in the walkthrough that I gave you guys, let me know. And then the next video will be out next Tuesday or Thursday. Is I'm posting Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday. There we go. But just stay watching, because a year from now, I'm not going to say anything because I don't even know what we're going to be doing a year from now. But things just, if there's anything I can say, things always change and evolve. And as long as you're taking action, you're just going to keep on going upwards still. So who knows what we'll be doing. What do you want us to be doing?
In when? By when?
Yeah.
By this time next year?
Let's be in Fiji.
Yeah.
Fiji, bro.
August 2026. We turn 25. By then, I would like to do our first abroad event, because I feel like me and RJ have paid our dues. We've done a bunch of these events now. So an event abroad where we're just helping people raise. I still have that dream and vision of building the next generation of entrepreneurs, like Onyé, to be fair, who just raise money in public. And I mean, so that's the goal for next year.
Yeah, second, I can't lie. Property Hustle will evolve into fucking just something steezy still. Like just trying to change the landscape of what people think mentorship and that type of stuff is. Because now it's like there's a heavy negative stigma around it. Rightly so, because there's a lot of shit out there, innit? But if we can basically lead the change for that narrative, happy days. So checking in a year, let's see if we manage to do what we're trying to do with this. Obviously more yards all the time, trying to buy more, raise more money, do bigger projects, etc. Exciting things as well. But in the realm of that, Property Hustle will lead something still, something crazy. So yeah, see you lot on Tuesday, Thursday.
Amen.